Occupational Safety and Health, OSH, hazards in fisheries. OSH is a risk associated with working in specific occupations. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, describes 5 categories of occupational hazards: ergonomic health, physical health, biological, psychological health, environmental and chemical risk factors. Ergonomic health. It is the science of fitting jobs to workers instead of trying to get the worker to fit the job. It focuses on designing workstations, tools and work tasks for safety, efficiency, and comfort. Ergonomics seeks to decrease fatigue and injuries, along with increasing comfort, productivity, job satisfaction and safety, because work injuries are not inevitable, and a well-designed job should not hurt you. Ergonomics is important because when you're doing a job, and your body is stressed by an awkward posture, extreme temperature, or repeated movement, your musculoskeletal system is affected. Your body may begin to have symptoms such as fatigue, discomfort, and pain, which can be the first signs of a musculoskeletal disorder. What are musculoskeletal disorders or MSDs? Musculoskeletal disorders or MSDs are cumulative and chronic injuries of the soft tissue muscles, tendons, ligaments, nerves, joints, and blood vessels. The body has limits and can fail or wear out when abused or misused. MSDs are defined as injuries to muscles, tendons, ligaments, joints, nerves, and discs that are caused or aggravated by our actions and/or environment that does not follow safe and healthy work practices. A well-known MSD is carpal tunnel syndrome, which occurs when the nerve, which runs from the forearm into the palm of the hand, becomes pressed or squeezed at the wrist. The carpal tunnel, a narrow, rigid passageway of ligament and bones at the base of the hand, houses the 5 median nerves and tendons. Sometimes, thickening from irritated tendons or other swelling narrows the tunnel and causes the median nerve to be compressed, resulting in pain, weakness, loss of grip or numbness in the hand and wrist, radiating up the arm. Symptoms of MSDs: pain, weakness, stiffness, sensitivity, swelling, burning sensation, tingling, drowsiness, difficulty moving, clumsiness. Ergonomic risk factors: force, heaving, lifting, push or pull, carrying, gripping, awkward or prolonged postures, repetitive activities, overhead work, contact stress, vibration. Some ways to reduce ergonomic risks: engineering improvements. Rearrange, modify, redesign, or replace tools, equipment, or workstations, packaging, parts, or products. It helps reduce risks, improve comfort, and support healthy posture. Example: use an adjustable chair or footstool so knees are higher than hips to protect lower back. Administrative improvements. Administrative improvements include changing work practices or the way work is organized. Providing variety in jobs. Adjusting work schedules and work pace. Providing recovery time, i.e., muscle relaxation time, modifying work practices. Ensuring regular housekeeping and maintenance of workspaces, tools, and equipment. Encouraging exercise. Personal protective equipment. Safety gear or personal protective equipment, PPE, includes gloves, knee and elbow pads, footwear, and other items that employees wear. Physical health. Refer to the potential risks that can cause physical harm or injury to workers due to physical agents, factors or conditions present in the workplace. Types of physical hazards. The main factors and conditions associated with physical hazards include: 1. Body stressing. Body stress is a collective term covering a broad range of health problems associated with repetitive and strenuous work. Factors influencing body stress. Body stressing injuries or musculoskeletal disorders, MSD, often develop from ergonomic hazards or carrying out hazardous manual tasks. Body stressing injuries at work can result from a variety of factors. Psychosocial aspects of work. Factors such as job demands, control, support and satisfaction, imbalance between effort and reward, and monotony of tasks. Financial concerns or relationship issues may also contribute. Biomechanical, soft tissue damage which may occur through direct exposure, blunt trauma or sudden overload, leading to a muscle tear or sprain, or indirect exposure, repeated light loading, leading to symptoms that may accumulate to cause further degeneration and injury. Individual worker characteristics, factors including health problems or out-of-hours demands. Electricity, electric shock through poor electrical installation and faulty appliances can cause serious injury and even death. It can result in death from electrocution, burn injuries to skin and internal tissue, as well as damage to the heart. Other injuries, such as falling from ladders and heights, muscle spasms, palpitations, and unconsciousness. Heat Heat strain can result from working in hot temperatures and being exposed to high levels of humidity or thermal radiation, such as in foundries, commercial kitchens and laundries. When working in extreme heat conditions, you must be able to carry out work without a risk to your health and safety, so far as is reasonably practicable. Heights. Working at heights is a high-risk activity and a leading cause of death and serious injury. Noise. Noise in the workplace is considered excessive when you need to raise your voice to be heard by someone a meter away. Excessive noise can lead to temporary or permanent hearing loss or tinnitus, ringing in the ears. It can also affect psychological health, including anxiety, depression, fatigue, sleeplessness, memory, and decision-making. Vibration. There are risks connected to working with vibrating equipment and plant which need to be assessed and managed. Evidence also shows that people who experience vibration and noise at the same time are more likely to suffer hearing loss and musculoskeletal problems than people exposed to noise or vibration alone. Biological health. Biological hazards, also known as biohazards, are organic substances that pose a threat to the health of living organisms, primarily humans. This category includes pathogens such as viruses, bacteria, fungi, parasites, and other microorganisms that can cause infections. They also include biological toxins, allergens, and biological vectors that can carry diseases across different species. Biological hazards can affect the human body in several ways, depending on the nature of the hazard and the route of exposure. The primary routes of entry into the body are examples of biological hazards. Inhalation. Breathing in airborne pathogens or toxins can lead to respiratory infections or conditions. Examples include tuberculosis bacteria or the spores of fungi. Skin contact. Some biohazards can enter through cuts or abrasions in the skin or can cause infections or allergic reactions upon contact. For instance, blood-borne pathogens like HIV and hepatitis B virus can enter through open wounds. Ingestion. Consuming contaminated food or water can result in gastrointestinal illnesses. E. coli or Salmonella bacteria are common causes of foodborne diseases. Inoculation. This occurs when a pathogen is introduced into the body through a puncture, needlestick injury, or a bite from an infected vector, like a mosquito carrying the dengue virus. Mucous membrane exposure. Pathogens can enter the body through the eyes, nose, or mouth. For example, conjunctivitis can be caused by certain viruses or bacteria entering the eye. Control measures for biohazards. 1. Prevent spread. Avoid aerosols and dust during processes, cleaning, and maintenance. 2. Maintain hygiene. Good housekeeping and hygienic work procedures. Post warning signs in hazardous areas. 3. Decontamination and disposal. Decontaminate waste, equipment, and clothing. Provide hygienic facilities for workers. Ensure safe waste disposal procedures. 4. Emergency preparedness. Clear instructions for emergencies. First aid measures in place. Psychosocial health. Psychosocial hazards refer to the stressors and factors in the workplace or environment that can cause emotional distress or mental health issues in individuals. They are increasingly recognized as major challenges to occupational health and safety. Psychosocial hazards are aspects of work design, organization, and management, as well as social and environmental factors that have the potential to cause psychological or physical harm. Examples of psychosocial hazards. Work stress. This can be caused by a variety of factors such as high workloads, tight deadlines, lack of control over work, and poor organizational support. Chronic work stress can lead to burnout, which is characterized by exhaustion, cynicism, and reduced professional efficacy. Workplace violence. This includes bullying, harassment, and physical violence from colleagues, managers, or members of the public. It can lead to physical injury as well as psychological trauma. Work-life balance. Poor work-life balance due to long hours or shift work can lead to stress and conflict between work and family or personal life. Job insecurity. Uncertainty about the future of one's job can be a significant source of stress and anxiety. Poor organizational culture. A workplace that lacks policies for promoting respect and fair treatment may lead to a toxic work environment. Lack of participation and control. Having little influence over one's job or working conditions can lead to dissatisfaction, stress, and a feeling of lack of control. Environmental. Environmental health is a field that focuses on how the natural and human-built surroundings as well as behaviors affect human well-being. The field is concerned with preventing disease, death, and disability by reducing exposure to environmental hazards and promoting behavioral change. Environmental hazards are threats to human health and well-being. The importance of workplace health. The world of work is evolving rapidly, and employee health has become a major concern. The COVID-19 pandemic has heightened this awareness, emphasizing the importance of a healthy work environment. Studies indicate that companies implementing a proactive approach to prevention and occupational health and safety standards, OHS, have employees who are healthy, safe, and perform well. Employee health stands as a fundamental pillar within a company's overall framework. Healthy employees are more engaged, productive, and less prone to extended absences or workplace accidents. The role of occupational health prevention services in environmental monitoring. OHS ensures the protection and promotion of workers' health. Assess occupational risks related to the work environment. Monitor exposure to pollutants, chemical agents, solvents, fumes, dust, physical agents, noise, heat, radiation, biological agents, bacteria, viruses, mold. Impact and importance of OHS monitoring. Risk assessments support preventive measures and action plans. Helps reduce occupational accidents and work-related illnesses. Work-related health issues cost 4 to 6% of GDP globally, WHO. Promotes regulatory compliance, healthy and safe work environment, employee well-being and productivity. Potential environmental risk hazards and effects on employee health. The environmental risks to which employees are exposed can vary depending on the industry, type of work performed, and geographical location. Here are some of the environmental risks commonly encountered by workers. Air pollution, possibility of exposure to various pollutants and chemicals. In the service sector, pollutants such as fine particles, carbon dioxide, CO2, nitrogen dioxide, number 2, or volatile organic compounds, VOX, or light, VOLCs, are found. Noise pollution. Exposure to high levels of noise from machinery, equipment, or industrial processes. According to the INRS, National Institute for Research and Safety, noise represents a significant nuisance in the workplace. Thermal comfort. High temperature can lead to heat strokes, dehydration, and discomfort, with potentially serious health consequences. Low temperature. Exposing workers to cold conditions can result in frostbite, hypothermia, and circulatory problems. The benefits of environmental monitoring. Detects health risks. Identifies harmful exposures early. Prevents occupational diseases. Reduces risks from chemicals, carcinogens, etc. Ensures regulatory compliance. Meets OHS standards, avoids legal sanctions. Improves productivity. Fewer absences, lower costs, higher output. Raises employee awareness. Educates workers to adopt safe behaviors. Tracks trends and interventions. Evaluates and improves prevention strategies. Chemical hazards mean any organic or inorganic substance of a particular identity, any element or uncombined chemical and any combination of such substances, or any mixture or two or more chemical substances. Inhalation, skin absorption, ingestion, or contact with harmful substances can pose risks. In various industries, these substances can be present in the form of liquids, solids, gases, mist, dusts, fumes, and vapors. Examples of chemical hazards. Toxic substances. These can cause various health effects, ranging from mild irritation to severe health conditions, including organ damage and cancer. Toxicity can depend on the dose, duration of exposure, and the nature of the chemical. Corrosives. Chemicals like acids and bases can cause burns on contact with skin or eyes. They can also damage respiratory tissues if inhaled and can corrode metal equipment. Irritants. These substances may not cause immediate damage but can lead to inflammation or irritation of the skin, eyes, nose, or throat with exposure. Sensitizers. Sensitizers can lead to allergic reactions upon exposure. Repeated exposure can increase sensitivity and lead to severe reactions like dermatitis or respiratory issues. Carcinogens. These are substances that are known or suspected to cause cancer. Regular exposure, even at low levels, can be dangerous over time. Mutagens. Mutagenic chemicals can cause changes in the DNA of exposed individuals, leading to genetic mutations. Reproductive toxins. These chemicals affect reproductive capabilities, including fertility issues, developmental disorders, and birth defects. Asphyxiants. These chemicals either consume or displace oxygen in the air or interfere with the body's ability to transport or utilize oxygen, leading to suffocation. Carbon monoxide is a well-known example. Neurotoxins. Substances that have harmful effects on the nervous system, leading to symptoms such as dizziness, tremors, and, in severe cases, brain damage. Systemic toxins. These affect entire body systems or multiple organs, such as the liver, kidneys, or the central nervous system. Lesson activity. Spot the hazard. How observant are you? Do you know what it takes to spot the hazards in these photos? Photo 1. What do you think are the ergonomic hazards in this photo? Enter 3 hazards below. Enter safety hazards below. Photo 2. What do you think are the physical hazards in this photo? Enter 3 hazards below. Enter safety hazards below. How can these safety practices be applied at home, school, or community?